I approach The Sims very much like a game. I like to achieve something in the game. Real comedy, drama, tragedy at our fingertips creatively. So we're going to pull all of those different kinds of stories into the game. We're going to pull every emotion into the game and make new experiences for people. So we have really 4 different kinds of players, and we have people who like to tell stories in the game, we have people who like to build in the game, we have people who like to make bad things happen to people in the game, we call them deviants, and then we have people who really are excited about achieving something in the game, and that's me. I love to go into the game and try to, you know, make my sim have the best possible life, try to maximize everything.
We were trying to explain what this game was really about, and for a long time people didn't understand what Will was really trying to do. Will's original idea was that it was a game about architecture.
Right.
And he loved the idea of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which is a description of how the more basic needs of a human being will have to be satisfied before the next needs could be satisfied. So at the very bottom you have, you know, food and energy, and then above that you would have you know, clothing and
shelter.
Then shelter, and then eventually up there you would get things like fun and love. And it was really the influence of 3 very important women on our team who basically said, this game needs to be a game about people. It's funny, very early on in the game, if you're familiar with the game, you know that there are 3 modes to the game, and the original names of those modes were people, architecture, and objects. They were nouns. And it was after these producers that I described sort of helped us make the shift that we decided that we were going to go to verbs, and it became live, buy, and build.
Well, and I also think, I always like to say that I think it's really our players that have made The Sims what it is, because it's really very robust tools that the players take, and what they do with it is what makes it so exciting.
And you can create a story that you imagine from nothing. And another way that Sims players will play the game is they just make Sims, and then they do the strangest imaginative things with them, like they're mean to them, they will put them in horrible situations to see how it acts, or funny situations, so they'll go up and slap somebody in the street and see what happens. So you can play it multiple ways, and players like to tell those different stories.
They make memorable moments will happen that I could actually talk to somebody who has never played a video game before about, and they'll understand what I mean. I think in any other game you can't really share a story from it with somebody who hasn't experienced the game, but in The Sims you can say, hey, guess what happened to my Sims at work today? Guess what happened to my Sims on their date? And everybody's going to understand what that means. So that's how I play The Sims.